Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Sagittarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Sagittarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And Princess of Pentacles, this is really a wonderful card. This card contains all of the other tarot cards. And I think this represents you in your way of being resourceful, right? I feel like you're somebody that can take whatever is around you and make it useful, right? And it seems to tell me that in your life, when you most need it, the people and the resources tend to be there, right? That they will appear, that you will have everything that you need when you need it. And I kind of feel as if that's been life for you a little bit. That there's been this, and it's not so much that we're just kind of waiting for something to come and, oh, okay, here it is. But you're very resourceful in that way. If you need something or someone, you do what you need to do to get what you need, right? That you'll either acquire the resources or the people that you need, or you'll create them, right? And so I feel like you really do have a wide range of tools, a wide range of skills. Again, it contains every other tarot card, right? So I feel like you really can, you can adapt and you can switch your energy as you need to. Yeah, you have a lot of different tools that you're very skilled at using. And now let's see where we're going to maybe need some different skills, or where we need. Oh, an Ace of Cups. Okay, I think that this is a new path that's beginning for you. It might be that we're starting to feel kind of a new sense of purpose, and maybe it's taking us in a direction a little bit different than where we're used to being, right? It's kind of taking us off the beaten path a little bit. So I think we're going to have to muster some of this resourcefulness, some of this adaptability, some of that ability to kind of, to create the path. It's kind of like we feel this sense of purpose. We feel this new direction maybe in our lives. And now we've kind of we have to start building the road, And that's where the Princess of Pentacles comes in, that we've got to know what we need. If I'm going to start this new path, what do I need? What is it going to look like? What do I want to be there? Who do I want, to be there with me? But as of yet, this is not acted upon, okay? This is still an unmanifest energy. It's still a seed of this new path. So it might just be that I feel gripped by something, in my heart. And maybe now we're thinking of all those things and we're kind of trying to plan it out a little bit, or to, to start to think it through and figure out how we're going to arrange the path itself, right? Let's keep going with this energy. I like this idea for you. And there we've got now the lust or strength. I think this is, it's underneath the surface, right? It's what's within you. And I think there is this intense passion and this intense courage and this strength and lust, right? Which is the name of the card. But I feel that this is your belief in yourself. I think that this is kind of a departure for you. It's kind of a new direction for you. Yeah. And I think you've got that courage and that confidence in yourself that you can go and take on this new purpose or this new path in life. Maybe it's a new job, a new career kind of thing. Maybe it's a new love, of some kind, platonic, romantic. It could be a divine love. It could be a self-love, right? Maybe we're switching paths from something that's career-focused to now we're kind of focusing on self, But I kind of feel like that whatever you commit yourself to, you can accomplish it. And you can, feel good about it. This is also a card that says we're in control of ourselves. Okay? And so this is a reminder that when we feel something that grips our heart the way this feels like it does, right? Ace of Cups, it's kind of this new impulse in this certain direction. We have to also maintain the control over our appetites, We don't want to run forward too fast. Okay? So this is the card of that kind of self-control, that we need to feed the beast, right? But we need to do so in a very measured and intentional way. So this is a lot of self-control. Even when we feel like, we get that Ace of Cups, we just want to forget everything else. I want to pour all of myself into this new thing. It's like me when I get a new hobby or something, right? I will buy, let's say I tried to get into art, like drawing, like color pencils, and I'm terrible at it. But a long time ago, I thought maybe I could change that. And so I bought the sketchbook, I bought the paper, I bought really the nice pencils, and I bought a nice table to work at, and I really I forgot about everything else in my life, and that was my focus, And then before long, I realized I'm bad at this, and it's not really doing it. I don't really like it as much as I thought I did. But perhaps if we do it in a more measured and controlled way, we say, okay, I feel that Ace of Cups. I really want to go in that direction. Let me go a little bit slowly into that. Let me not run wild with it. Let me step slowly in that direction and see how it feels. See if I like it. Because as of yet, like I said, this, and even with this, it's not yet manifest. We haven't yet built the road of this path. So maybe let's just go out and survey the land a little bit. Let's see what it might look like, because the Ace of Cups, it's not differentiated yet. It's not manifest. It's not specific. So this isn't, I have this intense passion that I feel now, and it's for sketching with color pencils. Well, maybe it's more general. Maybe this is a drive to create, right? This is now a love for art, visual art, let's say, even to get a little bit more specific, right? We don't have to narrow it down and rigidly define it yet. Just allow it to blossom in your heart and start to follow the path, start to create the path, and see where it's going to take you. Okay? But with the Lust or Strength card, it's going to take some self-control, because we might just want to run to the first thing that really, the first specific particular out in the world that corresponds with that Ace of Cups, but that might not be it. Do you know what I mean? So we have to let it kind of flow and see how that Ace of Cups might grow into a very particular thing. But at the beginning, it might not be that detailed. We might not know exactly what it is. Behind everything, we have a Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles, I think, is you coming off of a really big win in your life. Okay? And this could be where we're kind of, this could be the success that you've experienced that is now giving you the opportunity, maybe is making you realize, I know what I want to do now, right? This is kind of like we go to, for instance, anyway, we go to, let's say, a play or a ballet or something, and we think, aha, I know what I want to do now. I want to be in plays, right? Or maybe it's not that specific. Maybe it's just kind of like, I know I want to act now, or I know I want to be involved in the theater in some way, whether it's front of the, it's on stage or backstage or whatever it is. But I feel like the Six of Pentacles might even be contact that you made with a certain group, right? I feel like you went somewhere, or you met some people. You did something that you've never done before. You went somewhere. It's like you go to the museum or something. You think, I know what I want to do. But I feel like you met with some new people, It could be that you went to a particular church or a temple or a lodge or an order for the first time, and you just fell in love with it. I know what I want to do now. I know what my new path is in life. Let's take it a little bit slow, right? This is the card of material success, and it's kind of like saying we had a good day, and now I think we're feeling kind of a real high from that good day, and we're kind of ready to change our life over it. And indeed, maybe this is that life-changing thing. Maybe this is a really big win, let's say financially even, right? Material success, right? 6 of Pentacles. It could be that really successful day. You made, there was a really big sale, or you really, you got that really big bonus, or you completed that really big project at work. And now we think, I love this. I want to keep doing more of this, right? Because I think that whatever this was really inspired you. And it could be any of these kinds of things, but it was in some form or fashion a very good day. Okay, it feels like it was a very big win, and I think that it's kind of motivating you now to really venture off into this new path. Okay, we could try to think of some more examples, but I think you get the idea. What is up above everything? 3 of Pentacles. We realize that we've got to get things going. Now, the important thing here is that if this is really going to manifest in the way that you absolutely at this moment feel that you want it to, we've got to redirect some energy, okay? Because the 3 of Pentacles is us knowing what it takes to manifest. This could be really that we've witnessed somebody else do something amazing, right? We had this very good experience somewhere, and we think, now I want to do it too, right? It's for me, it's whenever I see live music, that's what it does. That for me, the 6 of Pentacles is that live music, that live performance. Seeing a great band on stage, then I walk away from that experience, and I got the Ace of Cups. I will feel it for days afterward, and I just think I have to do that. That has to be my life. That's what I want so badly in life. And yes, I could drop everything and just devote every second of my day to kind of satisfying that need. But I think the 3 of Pentacles gives us a little bit of a perspective, because it says it's going to take a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. A lot of time and energy, and time, space, and energy is supposed to be devoted to this if it's going to become something that significant. But let's see what's in the future position. Okay, because as of yet, we're not being discouraged from doing it. I think we're being shown what it will take if we do pursue this path. Oh yeah, you gotta do it. This is, of course, the Lover's card, and it's not about romantic love, although it could be. We could look at this in that sense of you're going to meet with a group of like-minded people, and this is going to be a really, really good day. You're going to walk away from this day really in love. Okay, either in love with following a certain path, doing a certain thing, picking up a certain hobby, or changing a direction in life, or maybe you're going to meet somebody that you really do fall in love with. Okay, I can hear some groans coming from over there, but some of you, I think that sounds like a pretty good day, right? And we know too that if this is a romantic situation, and now I'm going to address those people that do want that. And I know not everybody does. There's mixed feelings, I think, because I say, look, it's not a romantic reading, but then some people say, well, why can't it be? And I try to always say that it can be. And if that's what this is for you, this makes a lot of sense. Okay? But it doesn't necessarily need to be romantic. But in this group event sort of thing, I feel as if you fall in love with somebody and you really want that to be a perfect partnership, a lifelong kind of soulmate situation, an ideal, perfect relationship and union, right? Lover's card. You know it's going to be a lot of work. You know that you have to rein in your beast, your appetites, and do things in a measured way. You don't want to just rush into something. right? If we want it to really work and be long-lasting, we've got to do it slowly and with great commitment, right? 3 of Pentacles. It's going to be work. Everything worth doing, everything worth uniting yourself with is going to be work. But first, we have to have that love. If we don't feel that absolute, deep love for this thing, we're not going to put in the effort. We're not going to be able to get this 3 of Pentacles actually operating in enough kind of harmony and balance to get this thing off the ground, right? This is that drone, the toy drone with the fans underneath. All of those fans have to be spinning at the same speed in order for something to really take off. One of those fans is a little bit too slow or too fast, thing's going to flop right over, right? So this is us understanding what it's going to take. Do we have the energy and the resources right now to redirect toward this new thing? Some of you are saying, I ain't got time for that, right? And there are some of you then are saying, yeah, I want to do that. I'm ready to do that. Okay, so there's that idea of sacrifice too. We have to redirect some sort of energy in order to make this really work. But a key component, I think, as far as the major arcana go, we're going to feel that lust and that passion and that strength inside of us for this union. But we have to do that in a controlled and measured way. We have to be in charge of this. We don't want to let our desires just run away with us. Okay, let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown, and Kevin, aka Mr. Bates, right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together and it will give us the confirmation that we need. If you have a prediction, drop it in the comments. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do. It's totally free, doesn't cost anything, and it helps out the channel, and that is greatly appreciated. All right, let's check in general energy now on the path of the serpent. We got the 8 of Swords. I was worried about that because I kind of feel as if I'm sort of talking you out of it. I don't mean to. I don't mean to talk you out of it. I think this is really wonderful. I think anytime we feel this, right, we have to explore where it's taking us. We have to at least set out on that path a little bit and see if it's something we want to pursue, right? The 8 of Swords is kind of you saying, nah, well, maybe I'm not even I'm just going to ignore this. I'm just going to pretend it didn't happen. I'm going to pretend I don't feel this. For me, with my example of seeing the live music and being inspired and really falling in love with music again, and then I will go home and for weeks afterward I'll be doing music-related things, right? Whether that's me practicing my instruments or my beautiful singing, or if it's me just listening to a lot more music or whatever I can do to express this and to explore this and figure out how I can incorporate this into my life, and do I have the time and the energy and the space to devote my life completely to this, at least for the time being. Sometimes we have to control our appetites, and my desire to just throw everything down and just be a, famous musician up on stage playing, arenas and all this kind of thing. Maybe the 8 of Swords is kind of a okay way to go, in that we have to kind of think about it and put it into kind of a reasonable analysis. Is this something that I truly can devote all the time, space, and energy that it needs, that it deserves? Okay, but we keep thinking about this too much. We go round and round and round and round and round, and before I know it, I don't feel it anymore. I'm off it now. Music, it's okay. I got other things to do. So it's kind of like our mind will preoccupy us with the analysis until that feeling wears off. That's a trick of the mind, did you know? Whenever you feel something and it's like your heart is beating and it has to go, so you have to explore that, right? We start thinking about it so much until the heart calms down. A couple of days go by, or weeks, months, whatever, and then we kind of forget about it. And then the mind says, okay, now we can get back to what we've been doing. Yeah, it's the age-old heart and mind kind of conflict. So if we are thinking it through, let's be let's be thoughtful, but not overly thoughtful. Not so full of thought that we end up kind of, quelling the Ace of Cups here. Because I feel that with this inspiration, we deserve and it deserves us to at least explore the path. Okay, what is the path? Nine of Swords. See, I think part of it is that we've been through something like this before, and we've been disappointed before. Okay, but maybe the Nine of Swords really is a good thing, right? Because maybe this is us realizing that we've been holding ourselves back from pursuing what our heart really, really wants. Okay, so the Nine of Swords, yeah, it's not good, but there is light and shadow in every card, and maybe the light of the Nine of Swords is that I at least recognize that I've been doing this. Now I realize that I'll just distract myself from what my heart really wants until the feeling kind of goes away a little bit. I'll start overthinking everything in my life. I'll become just purely kind of left brain, intellectual, and then I won't feel anything. And then I've gotten myself out of that jam, because you feel that kind of heart-pounding inspiration. And it sort of is requiring some sort of action, which generally means that life is going to be disrupted a little bit. Things are going to change. And the mind says, I don't want that. I've gotten into a nice groove here. Let's stay in the groove, let's stay in the pocket. And so realizing that we do that might be a really good thing, because then we can kind of disperse with those old patterns, those old beliefs or disbeliefs about ourselves, and we can say, yeah, this is something my heart really, really wants. And maybe it really is going to require some changes in my life. Maybe I'm going to have to redirect some energy, right? Maybe we'll have the energy we need here if we can kind of get out of our heads a little bit and allow it to unfold. But then there's that appetite underneath, and this is that enthusiasm, that lust card that really wants everything and wants it right now. You feel that beating of your heart like that, and you just think, I've got to satisfy that right now. It's like when your stomach's grumbling and you're hungry, right? I'm sure you can hear mine. We want to satisfy that right now. Okay? And so it gives us almost an anxiety, and that's part of this, right? It gives us that anxiety because I don't want to wait, and it's, okay, well, I got to just take one step and slowly build this road, slowly explore this path. Well, that's almost torture, right? I want it right now. So I think that's kind of that's what the energy is saying. Oh, look at that, Sagittarius. That is your power card. That is the art or temperance card. This is the card that rules the sign of Sagittarius. And this is art. This is temperance. And we know art is sometimes a frenzy, right? Sometimes art is just chaos. It's just wild. It's punk rock, right? Sometimes art is classical, right? Sometimes art is ambient, slow, mellow. It's slow to build, and I think that's your that's kind of your obstacle right now. This is the card of the obstacle, right? This is the fear, worry, concern. This is the obstacle. This is the card we don't want. Right now, you don't want to have to try to temper your energy. You don't want to control this passion, okay? Because it may seem like controlling the passion equals not doing it, equals this, right? It equals, for one thing, the torture of not having the object of your heart's desire, and then also the mind kind of distracting us until we kind of forget that it was even there. So this is what we need, but this is what we do not want. We don't want to temper that. We don't want to temper that passion, but let's remember that tempering the passion, tempering this appetite, is allowing us to build something that actually is going to be lasting, something that will work, not just a flash in the pan. And that's the meaning of the temperance card. It's not going from one extreme then to the other, from fulfilling all of our desires right now to never fulfilling any of them. It's not that black and white. Okay? We can do things in a very intentional, artful, let's say subtle way. And I think at the very beginning, we have to sort of test the waters and make sure this is something that we really, we can, in terms of time and space and energy, that we can do. If we have to move some things around or whatever, then we will. What is the final card over here? Oh, 9 of Pentacles. That's interesting. Now we've got the 3, the 6, and the 9 of Pentacles. So to me, it feels like that kind of, well, we have to think of it multi-levels too, right? Does this prospect, does this Ace of Cups, this love, this deep desire for you, does it vibe with you as far as your spiritual path goes? Okay, well, maybe we have to take some steps into the path to see if it does, right? We have to start to build the road to see if it's going to be something that's going to vibe with us spiritually or creatively. What about mental, emotional? I think emotionally, yeah. I mean, it's something that you really want right now. We have to, again, kind of test the waters to see how it's going to play out. Okay, and then physically, is there physical compatibility? Is it logically in a kind of a causal way? Is this something that is going to make sense, right? And again, in order to figure that out, we have to try a little bit. We have to get our feet wet. We have to dabble in it. We've got to slowly set out on the path and test our footing and say, okay, yeah, so far it seems pretty good. And then we just keep making slow and steady progress. And I think we're building something that really is lasting. We have that 3, 6, and the 9 of Pentacles. It's very good. This is the visible sign of progress. Okay, this is saying that you're not looking for an instant gratification. You're looking for something that is going to continue to work for you, work with you, that's going to continue to vibe with your life, with yourself, with your soul and spirit for a long time. Something lasting, and that's the Lover's card. It's that eternal kind of commitment, you know. So I feel like this is very good, and it doesn't have to be romantic. This could be a new hobby. It could be a new job, new career, could be a new course of study in school. It's a new sense of purpose or passion. Maybe you're retired. This is your new kind of the new thing, the new object of your deep soul desire. And here we are making progress with it. Let's look at the mystery card. I feel like it's going to be an ace of something, right? We've got the 3, the 6, the 9. We need the unity. We need the ace. We have the Ace of Cups. Do we need an Ace of Swords? Maybe. Do we need an Ace of Pentacles? I don't. Well, maybe we do, yeah. We need an Ace of... I think we need an Ace of Wands, right? Because we got Cups. Maybe we need the fire. Right? That we have this feeling now, maybe we need that fire to kind of get us going, to get the process started, to set out, to put our foot on the first step of this path. Maybe we need that fiery, active kind of impulse to do that. Right? Because you feel something in your heart, and you want it really, really bad. You want to do it, but we need that push. We've got to somehow activate our muscles, right, and our nerves to get ourselves moving in that direction. Otherwise, it's just kind of anxiety. Like, I'm not doing anything, but I'm feeling this. So I'm thinking Ace, either Ace of Pentacles or Ace of Wands. Okay, if you have a prediction, put it in the comments. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that, Ace of Wands. This is the impulse, right? We feel it in our heart, and now we activate. We let ourselves move and take that first step, right? Otherwise, it remains something that is only in our heart and mind. It's something internal, and it stays internal until this is the force that kind of pushes us, breaks that inertia and gets us out on the path. We're getting that 3, 6, and 9, configuration, and things are starting to happen. Again, we're doing it in a slow and measured way. This is the impulse to take that first step. I think this is very good. I think it's a confirmation that you need to at least explore this new direction, this new path, and see if it works for you, and see kind of what the long-term prospects might be here. I think it really has the potential to completely change your life. Yeah, it feels like it's something that big, and that's why it requires so much kind of caution and temperance and thoughtfulness, because it really is taking you in a new direction. All right. Now we're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, there's a link up top. There's one down below. New readings for Sagittarius every Wednesday and Sunday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from, especially if this is your first time here. I want to welcome you. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you, and I love you, and we're all in this together.